So let's practice balancing some chemical reactions, especially ones that start as a word problem so that we actually have to set up the chemical reaction and then balance it. Here the problem is write the balanced chemical reaction for potassium oxide reacting with water to form potassium hydroxide. So the first thing we're going to need to do is write it as words. I see that we see the potassium oxide. That's going to be K, which is positive, and O, which is -2, and that's going to become K2O. So the potassium oxide chemical formula is K2O. Water, hopefully I know that chemical formula, that's H2O. To form are kind of key words. That means that's where I'm changing from reactants to products. Potassium hydroxide. Now potassium hydroxide, K, OH, which is a minus charge. Note that this is a +1, a -1. It's already balanced. KOH is my chemical formula. All right, so now we can actually write out our chemical equation. K2O plus H2O yields KOH. Let's go ahead and count what we have. We have 3 elements in here, potassium, oxygen, and hydrogen. And when I go through, I see that there are 2 potassiums in K2O, so that's 2 starting off on the left side. There is 2 oxygens, 1 in K2O and 1 in water, for a total of 2 oxygens. And I have 2 hydrogens in H2O. Over on the product side, I have 1 potassium, 1 oxygen, 1 hydrogen. So I notice that the product side is lower. I'm going to need to adjust that and make them higher so that we can have the same on both sides. So I'm going to start by putting a coefficient of 2 in the front. Now that means I have to update the count of everything there. Note that that's going to change this to 2 potassium, 2 oxygen, 2 hydrogen. And in this case, they are all balanced. All of them are equal to 2. This is balanced. I am done. We may not need to do, so a lot of you can do this in your head for the simpler equations, but it's good to use this table strategy for counting elements when we start to have more complex chemical reactions to balance.